It's 30 years from now. We're in Kansas, 2044.
A future where we found Ben.
Ben is here and he's seen a movie. But not this one.
Right, but not this. So
Even farther in the
Fine.
future,
See you
Ben
later.
has seen a movie.
Come Zach back and we'll kill you. We're going to talk about Looper right now. Matt Atchity is going, we should say who we are. I'm Christy. This is Alonso. That's Matt. That's Ben over there. Hi, Ben. These are my pips today. You like my pips?
Pips?
Yeah, like I'm Gladys Knight. You're my
No,
pips.
you're our
Like that
supreme.
mispronunciation of peeps.
Is it peeps?
No.
I think-
No, it's
That's how rumors get started. Please explain what Looper's about if you can.
I can.
Okay.
Terminator meets Witness meets Akira.
sounds
That's
good.
all
Thanks
you
for
need to
watching.
know, right? No, actually.
Which I didn't realize until like halfway through. I'm like,
No,
why
I-
does he
I-
have blue contacts in it?
Yeah,
His nose
no,
looks
I
different.
mean, he's, they've kind of given him a bit of a prosthetic nose.
okay. You didn't notice the crazy face until midway
You
through
I
didn't
the
noticed
movie.
he
like the
looked
constant,
different.
like,
the
he
smirk.
looks
furrowing his brow.
He looks like the love child of Kirk Cameron and Robert Forster, and it's distracting as hell. That's it. The whole movie, all I could think of was like, what's going on with his face? What have they done to his face? You know,
It was distracting at first,
and-
but when you
Kirk
realize
Cameron
it's doing
doesn't
Bruce
swing that
Willis,
way,
No,
by the
but-
when you realize it's Bruce Willis, it's like, aha, he's got the cadence down. It's not a full-on parody.
The performance-wise, yes, but here's the thing: I didn't get why Rian Johnson didn't just let us believe that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face, would eventually become Bruce Willis. The prosthetics distracted me nonstop. Like I never had. You know, you'll watch a movie and you'll think, oh wow, it's Nicole Kidman and a fake nose, but then eventually you cross that invisible line and you're like, okay, it's Virginia Woolf. Like you don't think about it anymore. The only thing that's almost as hard to buy as Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the crazy face stuff is Emily Blunt as a farm woman.
Right, her accent
Yeah,
it does
no,
vacillate there a bit.
no,
Yes, it does.
no. Emily Blunt, not on a farm.
I don't know.
I don't buy it for a
She's chopping
second.
logs. It's very persuasive. Here,
She might as well churn butter. I mean, it didn't play for me at all.
right, she's working on a lathe. The only machine that makes itself, the lathe.
Weaving.
So I'm okay with that because it slows down, it gets quieter and softer, and it allows us to really, really get to know these characters.
I have to admit, I have never actually played the game of Battleship.
All right, out. Out.
I played a lot of Connect Four.
Not even for shots in college?
No.
comedy.
We found other reasons to do shots in college, but no, there's a drinking game you can play with Battleship.
Yes.
Battleshots, come on.
I've never explained this to me. This
Well,
is
you
important.
make a grid and you put your shots on the grid.
And then, like, when you hit the boat, you have to, the other guy hits your boat, you have to take his drink.
Oh.
There's a drinking game for
I wish I'd
everything.
known
That's like,
this
there's
in
a drinking game for
college.
this show somewhere.
Please.
Like, Christy says gravitas.
Please start making them up. 'Cause I need this. So,
Ben
so
says he hadn't seen the movie.
we'd be shit-faced. Okay, so did we like Battleship? Was it fun?
It was entertaining without actually being any good. That's all I got,
I'm embarrassed to say that I had a good time.
Like it was
I had fun
it was
too.
terrible, but I was never like wishing for my own death, which is what usually happens
No,
in movies
I mean,
like this.
Why was it terrible, though?
because the script is moronic.
man.
but it knows it's moronic.
That doesn't excuse it, though. No, I mean, it's because it's so much like it's that whole kind of Top Gun thing where Taylor Kitsch is the bad boy, and he's got potential, and we know this because every 3 minutes somebody says you've got potential.
Right. His comeuppance of sorts.
And then
right?
he's going to get kicked out of the Navy, but then the aliens show up, and they got to work together, and blah 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 blah. And okay, here's my favorite dumb thing this movie does. The aliens somehow managed to knock out all communication on the island of Hawaii. No radio, no internet, no phones, nothing. But on the boat, they're still able to pull up the NOAA weather website so they can get the grid where all the tsunami buoys are to find the alien
It's
ship.
not a website. It's some super duper old analog blippy.
Yeah.
No. The analog is when this is on the first boat.
What do you think the aliens want? I mean, not that it really matters from a narrative perspective, but what do you think they want?
More screen time.
Better writing.
Exactly.
No, but
Sunglasses. That's what they want is
They're
sunglasses.
provoked, right? The thing is that we send them this message, right? We send them the satellite signal, like,
Yeah,
hi, how's it
science is
going?
stupid.
Right.
It's going to destroy us all.
Right, your planet's like our planet. How's it going? Let's all get together. But
So this is not funny, and a huge disappointing waste of two people who have never worked together and should be just like gangbusters, and are not.
And because I love them both so much, and I think that Paul Rudd has a little Cary Grant in him when the role is right and the moment is right, and I love Tina Fey, I decided to overlook the flaws and,
that's good of
and
you.
enjoy it anyway. And I think it's
very generous.
I think people, you guys obviously don't, but I think people are capable of that. Like as I was watching this and I'm looking around
We
the
are
theater.
not.
I looked around. No, I mean I think others of perhaps of less stature, of course. You know,
what you meant.
regular people. I'm the regular guy on the panel. So I don't know. I liked it anyway, knowing full well that I was going to run into a roadblock.
Please, can you explain why?
Yes, because
I found them so likable. It is not really funny, but I didn't find it completely unfunny.
And there's your blurb.
Right. Yeah.
Matt, however, is an aficionado of this genre of stuff.
shocker, I know.
I wouldn't say aficionado is strong word.
You know more than we do.
True. That's not tough.
I'll say low bar.
All right, so Warcraft, this is based on the massively multiplayer online role-playing game.
Is it? Because
yes.
I said that in my review and somebody on Twitter was like, I'm an idiot, so.
Why are you an
No,
idiot?
it is.
It is?
It's
Okay.
not, it's
so
not-
there.
It is. It's, well, I'm sorry, World of Warcraft. It's based on World of Warcraft, not Warcraft.
Well, no. That's the other
battle
thing
game.
I got shit about was apparently it's based on the first
Yeah,
game or the third game
whatever.
or before
It's
the
based
World
on the
of
whole
Warcraft.
thing.
I
It's
don't know.
based on, look, like if you dig into the news about it, it's based on the whole thing, right?
Okay.
So. I'm not going to get into an argument with people who are hardcore gamers.
Welcome
about what this
to my
movie's about,
world.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I agree.
ugly. It's boring. It is. If it had like the tiniest bit of a sense of humor, it could have been at least as fun as something like Jupiter Ascending, which was absurd, but at least
Oh, this
leaned
is far
in.
better than Jupiter.
Oh,
Ascending.
God,
No.
This is-
Jupiter Ascending has
No,
fun and has a
no,
sense of its
no,
own
no, no.
absurdity.
And you can
Jupiter
tell what's
This
going on
movie
in
is
Jupiter.
such
No,
a
no, no,
slog
no,
and
no,
it's so
no.
serious.
We're going to start our own war right here.
Fine,
All right, as
you're
far
wrong.
as like over the top CGI ridiculousness, Jupiter Ascending is trash. Gods of Egypt is trash.
Gods of Egypt is junk.
That is-
Okay, but
we
look,
now agree
like,
on that.
this is head and shoulders above Gods of Egypt.
No.
Absolutely,
It is on
absolutely.
par. It is
No,
on
no.
par as a
No,
boring
no,
CGI fest with no recognizable characters and a story you don't give a flip about.
I disagree. I actually found there were moments in this story that I actually thought were kind of interesting. And look, you guys are going to go insane because I'm going to bring up a movie that is one of the best movies in this genre of all time.
Okay.
But similar to the way you've got this good versus good conflict in Princess Mononoke, you've got a little bit of that going on in here.
Don't you dare
Alonso's gonna bust a
In-
gut.
I'm just saying.
even
I'm
mention
just
that
saying.
classic
I think
in the
this-
context of this
What
shit
I will
heap.
say is I think that this movie has ambition in a way that it's trying to tell an interesting story. There's this wistful ending that happens with
that sets up 8
Yeah,
sequels.
the wistful ending is a shameless attempt at making
I
a
disagree.
franchise.
I disagree. I think it's got this relatively wistful ending between the guy from Vikings.
No, the
or
Brooklyn
whatever.
pickle
The
entrepreneur
Brooklyn pickle
from
guy.
Maggie's Plan.
Oh, Travis Fimmel, yes.
Symbol and what's her
Paula
name?
Patton.
Paula Patton.
Paula Patton.
Call your agent,
The
girl.
worst
Again.
nobility store fangs you've
I
ever
will
seen
say
in your
the
life.
execution of this movie
Not since
has a
Nicolas
lot of
Cage
problems,
and
but
Vampire's
I think-
Kiss.
Look, this is it's certainly a better video game adaptation than Angry Birds was. Like,
No,
I don't
that
know
was
that I'm
at
even going to
least
give you
pretty.
that.
is.
That was at least
pretty.
pleasurable to look at.
Again, like I think this
We're so
movie
angry
has.
today.
I know.
I think this movie at least has ambition, and
Welcome to What the Flick. It's all male to masculine What the Flick.
Sausage party.
Ben Mankiewicz, Alonso Duralde, Matt Atchity. Pompeii with Kit Harington.
yes,
I was traveling with TCM, so I was unable to see it. Matt.
Jon Snow goes to Pompeii.
Oh, Jon Snow
He
goes to
knows
Pompeii.
nothing.
The bastard goes to
Exactly.
Pompeii.
Look, I'm totally down for a big, dumb, everything drowned in lava, kind of dopey 3D epic. But not directed by Paul W. Sanderson. He is sucks the fun out of this thing, and it's just stupid. It is howlingly stupid, and not in the entertaining way.
I don't
for
know.
me.
I had a little bit more fun in this than I
Okay.
think you did. It does take a while to get going. Like you spend a lot of time, like you would with one of those '70s Irwin Allen disaster movies, where you're getting everybody's story.
characters,
I mean,
yeah.
this is like a cheap version of a Roland Emmerich movie, right? It's 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow on a cheap budget.
Or say the other one.
White House Down.
White House Down.
Right, sure.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, but I kind of had fun with this, and in large part because I loved the end.
when the volcano erupts.
No, but like the very end of it, like the way it ended, like I really.
Credits rolled. The very end. When he actually died.
I
when Sam
really
Jackson
liked.
comes out and-
Exactly. No, I liked the way this ended.
I'll give you that.
And I think that went a long way for me.
Strategically selected Matt Atchity to
Yes.
Yes.
describe the plot for Dumb and Dumber. Why don't you start backwards? Tell us what happened at the end.
I'm not sure. Dumb and Dumber 2 is the story. Harry and Lloyd get back together. Lloyd's been, I don't know, in a lunatic asylum or a home or whatever for 20 years. They get back together. Harry needs a kidney. They go on a road trip. I don't know how it all goes down because I walked out.
Now, what is the last movie you walked out of? Or is there any?
This is the first movie I've
Wow.
walked out of
Wait, I
professionally.
thought you walked out of A Million Ways to Die in the West.
No,
But you didn't. You stuck it out.
right.
And this you left. So what
This I
made
left.
you? Were you so shocked? Were you so offended?
No, it
What
wasn't
is
that I'm shocked. I got to a point in this movie relatively early on, actually. So the thing that set me off about this movie, I could deal with the fact that it wasn't very funny because there were very few laughs. But then there's a point at which you meet Harry's parents, which is this Chinese couple, I believe. And I found that scene to be shockingly racist. And at that point, the movie started to lose me. And then so I start to consider like, I got work to do.
gotta drive home to the valley.
There's dishes in the dishwasher. There's laundry.
really piling up.
There's laundry to be done.
That's more fun.
And I started thinking of things that I would be better off spending my time doing than sitting through this movie. And then the mom from Honey Boo Boo shows up. And it's like, okay, this movie's got about 10 minutes. It's got about 10 minutes to do something. And we get to the funnel nut scene where Rob Riggle's playing this game. And I was like, I get through that scene, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm out. There was nothing there.
Yeah, it was not like I was like, oh, the second half was so much better than the first half. It's a huge twist at the end.
They're actually dead.
It gets watched. The huge twist is it's watchable.
Yeah. Degree of mean-spiritedness in here, and when you add mean-spiritedness in without being funny, like you can be mean-spirited, but you better be incredibly funny
Right.
if you're going to do that.
Gone Girl.
Right.
It's really funny.
And really mean.
But I, person here, and I feel high on it.
I change it?
3.9 doesn't matter.
I'm disappointed.
2.7, and you say
0.
All right.
Yes, I did not watch this whole movie. I'm still giving it a score. It's a 0.
Well, I'm
Suck it.
I'm comfortable with my 3.9 because our overall score is a 2.2.
It's still
Yeah.
too high. Shockingly in the 40s on Rotten Tomatoes right now. You have
Even
to
the
fix that.
gag reel at the end is effortless and unfunny.
Oh yeah. This is an
They
hour. and
justified
45
having a
minutes
gag
long.
reel? Come on.
Oh, just over the credits, they show like outtakes of things of them doing
It's not
wacky
outtakes.
stuff. That,
It's not outtakes.
Oh, it's the same
just
stuff?
scenes from the movie.
It's just takes.
It's like, hey, look at these are 20 years ago, and here it is now. It's again, it felt effortless. It felt like.